Fate from Team Paradigm, bringing you another deck profile. This is on Shadow Paladins, specifically the Phantom Blaster Overlord build. Now, in this deck video, this deck profile, I'm going to be actually showing you a few different strategies you could really use to pilot this deck, because I did build it differently than most Shadow Paladin decks. There are some differences. So, starter is full bow. Pretty self-explanatory. You have to run it since it's kind of like a ride chain. Next is 8 crits and 4 draw, 4 heal, just because that's all Shadow Paladin really has. I think stands are terrible in this deck. So, on to the grade 1s. First one is Garura Bow. He's a one-of-tech card that I use. He's just really useful for early aggro, and he's a 7k booster, so I like him. I think he's very underrated. Next we have 2 Nightmare Painter. Pain Painter fixes your cross ride if you miss your cross ride. He also lets you accelerate into the cross ride a turn early, so he's pretty good. He can be bad at some times, but most of the time he's fine. If there's ever a point when you don't need him, you just either guard with him or use him for a perfect guard or something like that. Next we have 4 8k boosters, 4 perfect guards, and 4 blaster javelins, since we want to maximize our chances to get the free blaster dark. Now we play 2 blaster dark. 3 really isn't necessary because he's not necessary. You can search him out with blaster javelin. And 1, if he gets damage checked, then you can't go get him with Javelin first turn. And it does happen, so 2 is the optimal number. Next is 2 Skullwish Nevin. She's incredible draw power in this deck. And then you just intercept with her. Next we have 3 Darkness Maiden Maha. Now this is partially what's different with my list, aside from the 2 Nightmare Painters and 1 Garura Bow. Most people only end up playing 2 Maha. I play 3 for reasons I'll explain after I finish showing off the deck. I play 3 Void Knight because Void Knight is really good against 10k Vanguards. He's pretty much good against really any Vanguard. He makes 18k columns with the Nightmare Painter behind him, so he's good just for that. Next I play 4 Phantom Blaster Dragon. That's the next odd thing, is the extra 1 Phantom Blaster Dragon. And finally, I play 4 Phantom Blaster Overlord. So, into the deck and how to play it. So the first thing is, you don't really use the ability of Phantom Blaster Dragon. You can use it if it will win you the game and you're sure the opponent doesn't have a perfect guard in their hand. Same with Phantom Blaster Overlord, don't really use his ability. But, I mean, if your opponent doesn't have a perfect guard, you know that for a fact, and it can win you the game, by all means do it. Now, the reason why I play an extra Phantom Blaster Dragon and an extra Darkness Maiden Maha is pretty self-explanatory. So, for those of you that don't know, this deck can actually cross-ride on turn 3, and it does this with the help of Nightmare Painter. So, the reason why I play an extra 1 of each is to maximize my chances of getting this early cross-ride off, because I think it gives Shadow Paladins a leg up against other decks. Also, if you miss your cross-ride, it maximizes your chances to fix the cross-ride, if you will. So, it's good in that regard. And if you don't know how that combo works, I will show you really quickly. It's really easy to pull off. But basically, you ride your grade 1, which is going to be Javelin, 2, which is going to be Blaster Dark, 3, which is going to be Phantom Blaster Overlord, and then you would play Pain Painter and put Phantom Blaster Dragon in the soul. If you don't have Pain Painter, why I play 3 Maha? Simple, you just play Maha, Counterblast 2, Pain Painter, put it in the soul. That's another option you have. So it maximizes your chances of doing that on turn 3 which is why I like this deck so much. It's something that other cross-ride decks can't do, is fix their cross-rides or cross-ride early. In addition to that, I think that the extra Maha is useful for pulling out more 8Ks and the 1 of Garurubao in the deck. So, and what that does is it helps you make better columns after the Maha leaves or after you decide to intercept with it. So, pretty commonly you could play Maha, call out an 8K, or if you don't have any 8Ks, you could call out Garurubao, and then after you intercept with her, after she's dead, you can easily play a Void Knight next turn in that same spot, and that hits for 19, that hits for 20. Both are awesome awesome numbers against cross rides. This is better against 10Ks. So it ups the consistency of the deck, which is already really consistent because of the Skullwitch Nevins, but I really like to optimize the chances of early cross rides and utilize the power, the draw power and the search power that Shadow Paladins have to help protect not only against Kagero's all of their cards that kill your boosters and stuff, but also, like I said, to get out that cross ride early, because if you get out your cross ride one turn early against most decks, it really does give you a huge advantage. So again, this deck is pretty solid. I would recommend it for new and advanced players. I think this deck becomes pretty much extinct with the new Shadow Paladins, which is sad because I like this version of the deck. However, it's still a good deck, I think. Early cross ride is good, and the fact that it can fix its own cross ride is enough advantage to merit it being played. So yeah, tell me what you think. Like this video, and also if you want to see more deck profiles, I am planning on doing more deck profiles and actually doing more explanations on, for example, Tsukuyomi, because I play Tsukuyomi as well, and that deck can be pretty complex to play, especially with all the lines of plays it has. So I was going to give an overview of how to play that deck. I was also thinking about giving an overview of how to play Dragonic Overlord the End, since a lot of people actually have trouble playing that deck correctly, in my opinion. It seems like a pretty simple deck to play, but a lot of people misplay with that deck. So yeah, look forward to more of these. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you.